Well, before we talk about the Warriors, I think we should talk about how
Coaching. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, yeah.
the head coaching cycle in the NFL is
Has reached
basically.
new lows
I mean, it's done basically. But it has reached new lows
with
for
this
some
most
teams.
recent hire.
Yeah. So let's run. I'm just gonna run over through the head coaches real quick. So for the Seattle Seahawks, they hired Mike McDonald.
Fucking like, honestly, I was really depressed when I saw this notification, but I'm really happy for the Seahawks because you just got a fucking fantastic coach, and
Yeah.
I'm really jealous. I Not that I like necessarily really wanted to see Harbaugh go, but I would have loved to see Mike McDonald as our head coach. Just
Yeah.
he's the youngest head coach in the NFL. You're gonna have him for a while, and I just think he'll be great. So
Yeah.
I'm,
I think it was a good hire for the Seahawks.
I mean, they
Definitely.
went from the oldest head coach to the youngest head coach, so it's like that comes with a big culture change.
Yeah. Definitely.
So
It's definitely gonna be like a new kind of like change of scenery type thing going
yeah,
on. I like that hire. Now let's get to a head coaching hire that I'm not super like in love with, and that's Dan Quinn.
to the
Yeah, to the Washington Commanders.
commies.
Yeah. It seemed like for like a little bit there that it was gonna be Ben Johnson in this spot. But I guess last second he was like, nah, let me stay in Detroit.
Yeah,
Which I mean, God, Lions fans, you're so lucky that he's staying there because I feel like if you lost in that offense, it wouldn't fall apart. But
I
you
don't
would see,
blame him though for staying.
yeah, I mean,
Like he probably saw that his options were. I mean, he probably knew like because the Seahawks and Mike McDonald were kind of linked for a while,
yeah,
and I think he kind of knew that. So he was probably like,
it's
"Well,
like
I have to go to the Commanders.
he's like, fuck, dude, it's
Fuck
just a
this! I'll
commander.
wait a year."
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no. I mean, I was shocked at the end of this head coaching cycle seeing that both Ben Johnson and Bobby Slowick stayed with their respective teams. I guess with Bobby Slowick, it made sense because it was just, I mean, this was his first year as being the Texans' offensive coordinator. So I'm guessing like a lot of teams just want to see a little bit more, kind of see if he can replicate that success
I
he had
don't know
last year.
though. I mean, to me that gives me enough fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was
But
kind of interesting. I guess
yeah,
I guess he got like a raise over there as the OC. So I mean, good on him for making more money and good. I mean, I hope him and CJ Stroud have a lot of success together. So yeah,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I would have thought like if I would have thought Dan Quinn would have been a good fit on the Seahawks,
yeah,
but the
just because.
Commanders,
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
see it.
I don't know. I just feel like it's weird because it's like you're going from like one defensive head coach to another, and I mean, and this isn't me saying that Dan Quinn is like as bad as Ron Rivera is, but I don't know. I like watching a lot of Cowboys games. I would just see them get blown out and be like, this guy's still gonna get head coaching offers, and I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
like against the Packer.
yeah, like against the Packers, against the
How do you get
Bills early in the
promoted after
season.
giving up what 40 to the Packers in the wild card round?
I mean, I don't know.
It's just
Dan
crazy.
Quinn, he's had success as a head coach before, though. I mean, he took the Falcons to the Super Bowl. We won't talk about what happened in that Super Bowl because I don't want to break Falcons fans' hearts. But I mean, he has had success as a head coach.
Definitely.
So it'll be interesting to see. They also made another hire that we'll get into a little bit in a minute here. But yeah,
Oh,
yeah, interesting choice for the Commanders that are trying to go in this new direction. Bringing in Dan Quinn. We'll see what happens. But
can we really quick? Can we talk about the fact that both Bill Belichick and Mike Vrabel?
and Pete Carroll.
Well, Pete Carroll we kind of saw because isn't he just staying on the Seahawks as like a
Well, I don't know about that because I read that, but it seems like he's just kind of gone. So I don't really know about that at all.
well then
But
Pete Carroll as well. So all three of these guys not on a team.
yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. For Belichick and Pete Carroll, it makes sense just because those guys are really old. And I
Yeah,
think if you're a rebuilding team, you don't want a guy who's like in his 70s
yeah,
coming,
exactly.
coming to be the start of your rebuild. So yeah, there really just wasn't a great fit for those two. Yeah,
Now
but
my question. I mean, I kind of liked Bill Belichick with the Falcons, but they went another direction. Now
yeah,
my question is, do you think it was more of a fact that none of the teams wanted Bill Belichick and Mike Vrabel, or at least in Bill Belichick's case, they turned it down?
I think for Belichick, it's probably just turned it down. Um, but I don't know. Mike Vrabel like not being a head coach is really weird.
It's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah, because I mean he's
especially on like the Falcons. You know.
yeah, no, I thought he would have made a lot of sense as the Falcons head coach. It would have been really funny to see if he would have brought in not going to say his name yet, but if he would have brought him
Don't
in, that would have been really
worry.
funny to see. But yeah, it's interesting to see, those guys out of the league for, I mean, at least a year. Um,
It's kind of crazy,
yeah, because I mean,
but
yeah, I mean, a lot of the head coaching candidates that are like still out there. I mean, I'm really surprised that they're still out there. Like obviously Ben Johnson.
I'm just gonna make a quick ranking. I don't love.
For the head coaching candidates.
Yeah, like there's 8, right? So we
Oh,
had
for like the actual like hires that happened.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I gotta remember all this stuff.
So there's 8. So there's Mike McDonald. There's
Dan
Jim
Quinn.
Harbaugh,
Yeah, Jim Harbaugh,
Dan
Dan Quinn.
Quinn, Raheem Morris, Dave Canales or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, Dave Canales.
Um,
Gerard Mayo.
Gerard Mayo. That was the first one. That was
Yeah.
quick. Um,
Oh, Brian Callahan for the Titans.
Brian Callahan for the Titans. That's who I was forgetting. And there. Oh, and then Antonio Pierce because that was
Oh yeah,
technically.
yeah, yeah. He got
All right,
promoted.
so let's do a quick ranking. So
Yeah. Also, since we're talking about like coordinators and stuff, I also do want to say the Bills promoted Joe Brady from interim to their full time offensive coordinator. So good for him. Um,
Joe.
Joe Brady. He came in as their
Wait, I'm
offensive,
sorry.
yeah,
Who's the team again?
the
Fuck, who's
Bills.
Oh, the Bills. That's right.
His
Yeah.
Bills offensive coordinator.
Okay, that makes
So
sense though.
yeah, so they're gonna stick with him. I think it's a good move because I mean their offense looked awesome when they hired him. So yeah.
I like that move.
Also, the Browns brought in Ken Dorsey as their offensive coordinator, former Bills offensive coordinator. So just a little note on that. I mean, it'll be interesting to see that go down.